What is up, Knucklehead Nation? Sorry we're a few minutes late. We had some technical difficulties on both of our ends, but I'm Tavia 10 Pound. I'm here live with Action Jackson Taylor, and we are going to talk all things fights, all things about his career. He's a young, hot, talented prospect coming up in South Florida. So, Jackson, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Coming home from training?
Yep.
Getting that late night session in?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you eat?
I just had a salad. I'm gonna eat dinner after this.
Oh, okay. Okay. I won't take up too much of your time then. Yeah. I know you're hungry. So, Jackson, I want to talk about your last win. I know you're coming off of a win recently in Daytona. You took a Muay Thai fight.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that fight. I know I watched it myself. I thought you did really well. It was really impressive. I think you kind of put it all together in there, but looks like you were, you had a lot of energy going into the ring, and it was an exciting fight. So talk me through it a little bit.
Yeah. So it was definitely the most nervous I've ever been for a fight. I definitely went to like a different place, just compared to like my other fights. He was a pretty intimidating guy. I knew that I knew he was going to be strong. I knew I'd have to be constantly moving, which was what I was doing during the fight. I would attack, move immediately, attack again. So that's the importance of like my conditioning, I guess. I put a lot of work in on my conditioning, so that was definitely a big thing for me during that fight. It was just my movement, constantly just staying on it and really just outworking him. So.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that. You mixed it up a lot with your spinning attacks and just your footwork, your handwork. Coming into your young career, you've been taking it pretty seriously. I've personally, watched you kind of come up through the sport and from your start to where you're at now. And I know you're just beginning, but I'm actually kind of curious, like, when did this all kind of click for you? Because I feel like recently you've taken a step, in the right direction for yourself. Like you're starting to put it together. Every fight you look better and better. So what was it that kind of clicked in your head that was like, okay, I know how to take my training and what I'm learning and really turn it on when I get in the ring?
I mean, it's all credit to the gym. I live 10, 15 minutes away. Like, why not show up if I can get some of the best information in the world, just 10, 15 minutes away from my house, and, why not commit to it? It's a sport that makes sense to me. I don't care about any other sports. It's the most exciting. I think it's the main sport where you learn the most about yourself. I've learned a lot about myself, especially my composure, out of all my years of training. And then now the almost 1 year since I started competing, that's the one thing I've learned about myself is just like my composure. That's something that I definitely have a lot of pride in, and it's only going to get better, But again, with the gym just being convenient for me, if you just stay consistent, all the work is just walking through the door. If you can just do that, and if you can do that at one of the best gyms in the country, then you're going to succeed. If you do it every day and you practice every day, like there's no way you're not going to succeed. I don't believe it. So
nice. Yeah, I mean, I agree.
That's sort of just my motivation for just showing up, really. Like, if it's there for me, then I'm going to take that opportunity. All you got to do.
So show up to training, guys. Maybe that's the key to getting better.
Before I was at FKA, I was just at the small jiu-jitsu school. And one of the smartest things that the coach ever said, he's like, 99% of the work is just stepping through the door. That's it. That's all it is. And then the rest will do itself. Coach says line up, you get your ass kicked for a couple hours, and then it's over. So
yeah. You just gotta have the good ear to listen out for your coach, right?
Yeah. And it's sort of like, it really does click when it's sort of, I don't know, just the coaches at the gym and the schedule of the training and how it fits in with my time. Like, that's really where it clicks for me. It's like, all right, it's there for me.
Do you feel like because you weren't able to fight the last time you had a scheduled fight, this time you were coming in like way more hungry and motivated? Like you had that feeling of a fight kind of getting
Yeah.
pulled out from underneath you, which happens. I mean, guys, this happens in the amateurs. It doesn't happen as often in the pros when contracts are signed and money's on the line. But in the amateur field, unfortunately, yes, I have seen plenty of times where fights get scrapped last minute due to either someone not, showing up to weigh-ins or not making weight, etc. But I felt like I saw a change in you in the ring this time because you missed out last time. You cut the weight, you showed up to weigh-ins, you did the work, and you didn't get to fight. And it wasn't on your end. We won't get into it, but it wasn't on your end. And then you get another fight scheduled for a few weeks later. And I just felt like maybe you had that extra push in
Yeah.
you to get in
Yeah.
there.
And like dealing with that was tough because like I put in a tough camp for what was supposed to be my last fight, and then all that stuff happened, and then I'm going into a new camp, and this new camp that's even more strict. It's even more tough. There's even more time and more intensity being put into it, and I just wanted to make sure that wasn't gonna like break me. But yeah, I mean, I was definitely a little bit angry for a little bit, and it definitely did push me. But at the end of the day, it wasn't just like that specific thing that happened that motivated me. I'm always going to have that inner motivation no matter what happens. No matter what, if you get a fight or not, if you win or lose, like you just show up to train no matter what happens.
Oh, we lost Jackson. Oh, no. There you
Sorry.
go. You're
Xavier
good.
decided to call me for some reason.
Oh no, our matchmaker. Uh-oh. Hopefully it's no bad news. But yeah, I agree. Staying tough mentally through those times. It's very difficult, because you put in all the work and you want to fight, you want to perform, and then you don't get that opportunity and it's not in your hands. So I commend you for, staying strong and, coming back strong and getting back out there a few weeks later. Are you still with me? Oh no. We might have a technical difficulty. Sorry, folks. Let's wait for Jackson to get back in here. But while we're waiting on him, I do want to promote the show. We've got FightersRep 23 happening June 1st in Pompano Beach. Oh, there he is. I'm going to just promote
This
that.
guy calls me.
Xavier, we're live. So
Yeah, we're live, man. Stop.
Come on, pay attention to Instagram. No, I was just talking about the promotion a little bit though. So you're going to be fighting on the next promotion going down June 1st, FightersRep 23. It's your first time in the Lions Den. Like I said, last time you're supposed to be there. This time you're going to make your debut in the Lions Den in a kickboxing match. I'm excited. And if you guys have not seen Jackson fight, like you need to come out for this one. The energy I'm talking about, the emotion he brings. I mean, this guy, we're calling him a hot prospect for a reason. He's got a lot of the talent and a lot of the attributes to what it takes to become a really well-rounded fighter in this sport. So I'm excited for it. Let's get into that though. Let's talk about your next fight. You're taking on Joel Barrientos, and he's fighting out of Bushido Muay Thai, a gym that we're pretty familiar with. You did see him fight last time, even though you weren't there fighting, you were still there supporting the team and you watched his fight. Tell me what you think of him.
So that was a great fight. It was definitely a real like gritty fight. He fought with a lot of grit. You could definitely tell that even him and his opponent, they both definitely went to a different place during that fight. I mean, I like the way he fights. He goes out there and he tries to bang. Like everyone loves that type of fighter, but I definitely do think I'm way more on the technical side than he is. And I'm really excited for the fight. It's just, yeah, I mean, he fought with a lot of heart, and that's definitely what matters. So I'm ready for that.
He's a big guy. Like you're big, you're tall. You're what, 6'5", you told me?
Yes.
And I know this. Like I see you mostly every day, but it is shocking. I always tell you your frame. It's very intimidating. And you're a younger guy. You're what, 19, 20 at this point?
I'll be 20 in October.
Okay, so going on 20, and I always tell you, I'm like, I think you're a lot more, like, you look more intimidating than you think because you're big, you're tall, you've got all these muscles, and you wear like a very serious face on you. So I'm, I think people definitely get intimidated by you. And I like this fight because I saw Joel's fight. I called the last card. He's tough. He's a big dude. They wouldn't say he's as tall as you, but he's definitely like big. He's man muscle. That's a grown ass man right there. And he was definitely the tough fighter in that match. Kleber, the guy that he did fight, was really good, really athletic, young, very fast, but he took, Joel took a lot of shots from Kleber. So watching that performance, seeing what Kleber put on him, and none of that really phasing Joel. How do you look at that, and what do you work on in your camp? Like, what are some things you're working on in your camp to maybe like overcome that, or try and put Joel down on the canvas? I mean, you don't have to give me all your secrets, but anything specific that you're kind of looking to work on in this fight?
Just a lot of volume, you know, um, hard single shots, and just really mixing that up. I feel like he's coming off a loss, so I'm expecting him to be very motivated. I'm sure he's working way harder than before. So you don't want to look at an old performance and think, yeah, that's going to be, you can watch a fight as much as you want and imagine what it would be like to fight them. Once you're in there standing across from them, like that's when it's really going to, like, it doesn't matter. It's a different person. I'm sure he's been working very hard. I don't know if he's even been competing from the time of now, from when he last fought. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a great fight. So
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's a good clash of styles, and I agree with you. Coming off a loss, I know he wants to come back and avenge that, and I know you're going to be there to, try and stop that. So, looking forward to that. And we keep calling you this like young hot prospect, and I was telling the folks while you were gone on with Xavier for a minute that you just have a lot of talent. You have a lot of attributes. I've seen you come up in the gym. I've seen you grow in a very quick amount of time. I've been in this sport now, around the sport for 13 years of my life, and sometimes I see people that come in the gym and they honestly never get it. It never clicks for them. And then sometimes we run into people like yourself that it does click. You do understand what it takes to compete in the sport and to compete at a high level. You do take the techniques from the gym and apply them into the ring. And then you also have like your own showiness about you, which, whether you like it or not, folks, this is an entertainment sport. Everybody wants to pay and come to these fights to see entertainment. It sells. So you've got a lot of that going for you. What is your, career path looking like in this sport? What do you see for yourself in the next few years when it comes to combat sports?
yeah, I definitely see myself taking on competition like pretty often. I think the main goal as an amateur is to stay active, get comfortable with it. That's what I'm trying to work on. And coming off of this fight, which is just a few weeks ago, going into this one, it's better if you're more active. Like overall, it's going to be way better if you're more active. So that's the goal for me. Just stay active, work my way up properly, while still taking risk, of course. And, I definitely want to I want to get myself up to the point where I could go pro if I really wanted to, and then sort of just make that decision from there. If there's anything else.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see you going pro. I mean, like I said, you have a lot of the attributes, but it's not easy. It takes work.
Yeah.
It takes a lot, and you're young, you have plenty
Marketing.
of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to sell yourself.
Marketing. Exactly. Yes. This is a sell yourself type of sport. People want to pay what you want that. What you want is you want that vibe of like people want to pay whether they want to see you win or lose. That's what you want. The McGregor effect, which not everyone's going to get to, but still you want to be the type of fighter where people either pay to watch you win or pay to watch you lose, but either way they pay, because that's the type of fighter that does good business and gets good fights. So well, I want to promote the fight a little bit. We're coming up to it. We've got about 5-6 weeks out. It's happening June 1st, Pompano Beach in Arian Event Center, same location as last time. You can go to FightersRep.com and, buy your tickets now. I did check today. I was looking at the seating arrangement. A lot of the front row tickets are already selling out. So if you're interested in sitting up close and personal, you want to see a lot of the action, definitely get on that and get your tickets now. You can also join this channel, and that will allow you access to the stream. So you can stream it live. And then you can also go back and watch past fights. So you can go back and watch, your opponent's last fight, check that out. And then also too, the Cali show is a week later, happening in Los Angeles. Same thing. You can get the stream via this channel. So you have to join the channel, Fighters Rep, become a member, and then you have access to all the fights. So Jackson, I won't take up too much more of your time. I know you're hungry. I know you're just getting home from training, but uh so any last words going into this? Like, I know we've got open workouts coming up, so you might see Joel there. He might pop up with him and his team, because I know Bushido's probably got a couple more fighters that they want to put on the card. And then obviously you're going to run into him at weigh-ins. But any last words for your opponent or the people at home and what we can expect to see from Action Jackson?
You can expect it all. You can expect all of it.
Nice.
Good mix-up for sure. For sure.
All right. Well, I'm super excited. I can't wait for the rest of the world to witness Action Jackson on June 1st, Pompano Beach Area Event Center. Again, guys, join this channel and you will have access to all past fights from Fighters Rep and future fights. And come out and watch Action Jackson. I promise you, it's going to be an exciting show.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead. What?
It's going to be worth it.
Oh, yeah. Jackson sells out. So let's show up for him. All right, guys. This has been fun. I'm Tavia 10 Pout. This is Action Jackson Taylor. Catch us June 1st, Pompano Beach.